What's going on, everybody? It's your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis. We're doing a quick video. Don't mind me if I sound a little stuffy. Battling a little bit of cold. The temperature dropped a little bit, so been kind of dealing with a little bit of cold, but I should be good. Anyway, I'm at work, so might have a little echo where I'm at, and also might try not to be interrupted, but it is what it is. I'm at work, but I had to drop this video because I wanted to make this video probably a month ago when Toronto playoff ended. This was an option. This was something that I was thinking about since then. I was thinking about this video since then, and wasn't able to do the video because I was like, all right, other things were more important at the time, as far as manager search, potential GM search. All these other things were more so important. So, excuse me. So this video that I was looking to do was a trade that you see in the title and the thumbnail. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for Pete Alonso, and how would that type of trade look? These are two players I believe that need to change the scenery. I believe it's pretty much in the best interest of both players to go somewhere different and learn how to and pretty much thrive in other environments. Pete wants to be a Met, I believe. It seems like the relationship between him and the Mets are not at the greatest. I feel, even with David Stearns coming in and him being a neutral party at the time, it's pretty much Pete's relationship Alonso with the media and the fan base is important to him. And these things are, right now, it's like a little bit like on the rocky side. So Pete's a little disgruntled a little bit. He's coming up in his free agent season. I think he's gonna make a lot of money next year. Definitely 9 figures. And the thing is, Vladimir Guerrero needs pretty much they need to make a change over there in Toronto as far as certain things that's going on. They have Bo Bichelle in the training block, supposedly. They got Alex Manoah, and Alex Manoah is going to be big in this conversation right here too, going forward. So the reason why I'm rushing to do this video now, and I didn't get to do my due diligence as far as I did for a little bit, but didn't get to do my due diligence in making this full video, is because last night a news article came out on a potential trade for Toronto and the Mets. Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil going over to Toronto for Vladimir Guerrero and Alex Manoah. Now, I had my trade, one of two things. I was going to have Pete going over for Guerrero. Pete 1 year left, Guerrero 2 years left on his contract before he becomes a free agent. And we get back Alex Manoah, who needs a change of scenery like no one else. And we take back their headache to get 2 years of Guerrero when you get 1 year of Pete. But it seems like that won't be enough. Maybe you have to add in a prospect or such. But this, another trade I had was straight up Pete for Vlad, but also with Pete, a prospect goes over to get Vladimir's second year of control, and you only have 1 year of Pete. So I was going to do like maybe Pete and a Dominic Hamill type, or for Vladimir, and make that trade happen. I believe Vladimir, even though everybody's talking about launch angle and his home run numbers are dropping, his batting average down to 264. 264 is top end for Pete Alonso. And I know Guerrero could hit in the 300s. He could hit the 330s. He did that before in his run-up MVP season. 48 home runs. He hit upwards of 48 home runs. But Vladimir's game is not like Pete's game, where Pete's just an all-out slugger. Vladimir could hit home runs, won home run derbies and stuff like that. He has a launch angle, but he hits for line drives and hits the ball hard. I believe I like Vlad's repertoire as a hitter, but it's Vlad's in the position where he needs to change the scenery over there. Toronto, is just not making it in the playoffs. They need to fine tune some other things, either put other players around him or trade him. So this is where it comes down to Pete Alonso for 1 year and maybe more if they could re-sign him. Of course, Scott Boras is his agent, so he's probably going to go to free agency more so than re-signing. And then we get back Vlad, who I believe would thrive in New York. I believe Vlad just needs a change of scenery. I believe. I think he's a great hitter. You put him with the leadership of Mendoza and Lindor and stuff like that. I believe he could do well at first base, and he's a Gold Glove first baseman. He won a Gold Glove there. So, what is not to like about Vladimir Guerrero except his launch angle? Not being a launch angle type of guy. Of course, his baseball IQ needs a little work, and of course, him getting caught at the end of that playoff game to lose it for Toronto. And he wasn't the sole reason why they lost. Toronto just didn't show up against Minnesota. However, with that, and they were heavily favored in that series, something needs to change in Toronto. With that, Vlad just... It's something, it's a disconnect over there, I believe, just like how, in a way, it's becoming a disconnect over here for Pete. These are two sluggers that can just be traded. And I'm fine with a Vladimir Guerrero, Alex Manoah package for a Pete, Jeff McNeil package. I have no problem with Jeff leaving. We do have available space, we do have availability in second basemen in our system, be it Acuna, be it a Mauricio playing second, be it Jet Williams, be it you name it. We have availability, we have people to put in place. So losing Jeff won't be an issue in my opinion. It just opens up a space for a younger player to come in there and then be probably more, dynamic in his game set. Of course, Jeff does play multiple positions. He does play multiple outfield positions and also infield positions. So, but it's more so we met Jeff McNeil's ceiling already, and we already know what you're going to get with him. The low is going to be what he did this year. His high is going to be what he did the year before. Same thing with Vlad. We know Vlad's floor is what he did this past year. His ceiling is what he did in 2021 with the 48 home runs and such. So let me know what you feel about that trade. If Vladimir Guerrero for Pete Alonso trade is something that you feel that would be it would make a lot of sense for both teams. Just so pissed off that I did not put this out way earlier, but now I'm rushing to put this out because they did see, I did see that they had the same idea that I had. So it's fluid with these things when it comes down to making videos and stuff, is to get it out as soon as possible. As soon as you have the thought, just get it out and get it out there. So I'm learning, but life is busy out there. All right, anyway, moving on. Let me know how you feel about that. Leave it down in the comments below. Definitely leave a like. John Gibbons, love that hire. Love his fiery style. I love the fact that he's going to be back in New York and he's drafted by us and everything. It's good to have him back. The coaching staff is rounded out right now. Scarborough, Mike Scarborough from the Cleveland Guardians, going to be a third base coach. First base is going to be Richardson from San Francisco. Hitting coach is weird. Chavez went back from the bench coach back to the hitting coach. Let's see what the effect that it has. Demote down Barnes from hitting coach back down to co-hitting coach. Let's see the effect it has on the lineup and the players, and see if that's a positive going forward. Maybe that's some type of comfortability for Pete if he stays, and if we keep him. Also, Jeremy Hefner back as pitching coach, and I feel we have a well-rounded coaching staff for Mendoza. We'll see how this works, especially with Chavez. We'll see how that goes and everything. It's interesting. So I'm gonna leave it with that, man. I'm at work. I have to get back to work. Just want to get this little video out, 10 minutes long. Didn't want to hold you up. Let me know how you feel about a potential Pete Alonso, Vladimir Guerrero trade. Maybe throwing Alex Manoah. He could be like in for lengthening our pitching staff. He needs a change of scenery like no one else. Jeff McNeil goes back in that package, and Let me know what you think. I'm your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Deborah Davis. Talk to you later. Peace.